Hi there and welcome back to Valley por Vida. So let's go ahead and talk about insurance rates in Texas when it comes to cars. One team of analysts found that men pay $45 more for car insurance and car coverage than women. Is this actually the case though? Well, we went ahead and spoke with a member of their research group for all of those details. So go ahead and check out today's Fun Facts segment.
Hi everyone, my name is Nick Vinzan. I'm an insurance analyst with Quote Wizard, and recently we did a study looking at the differences between what men pay and what women pay all across the country. And one of the things we found specifically in Texas is that men on average pay about $45 more for car insurance than women. That is different than what we found in many other states. Predominantly when we looked nationwide, what we found was that women are generally paying more for car insurance, and there really isn't a reason. When we analyzed different carriers, car insurance programs, different rates, everything like that, we really never found a reason for why women would be paying more in some states and why men would be paying more in states like Texas. So what we found is that on average, women pay $3 more for car insurance nationwide. Now, I know that doesn't sound like very much, but the thing is it's very dependent on what insurance carrier that you have. For example, when we looked at Texas on average, men pay about $45 more, but depending on your insurance carrier, that can vary extremely widely. We found that in some cases, women were paying $140 more with one insurance carrier for really no reason at all. And then with another insurance carrier, we found that men would be paying as much as $600 more, again, for really no reason. Because when we looked at these insurance rates, we used exactly the same kind of criteria. We looked at insurance carriers based on a 30-year-old person. First, we did it with a man, then we did it with a woman, a mid-sized sedan, exactly the same car, exactly the same model. So we took everything that was the same. All we did was we changed the gender. And we found that depending on the gender, people could be paying widely different rates for car insurance, and there really wasn't a reason for it. So when we looked at Texas, what we found is Texas is pretty much about average in terms of gender disparity. And to kind of clarify what that means, if you look at states that really have a wide difference, one of the states that jumps out of media is Florida, where women pay $307 more in Florida. And again, there really isn't a reason for that. Where we found the state where men are paying the most, has the most cost differential, that is. That's Arizona. Men pay on average $64 more. And when we looked nationwide, the pattern that we found is that women generally pay more for car insurance, again, for no reason.
You can visit the website on your screen for the full report, as well as other fun facts, studies, and information. All right, well, did you know that you could be getting the full 8 hours of sleep that you need as recommended by doctors, and still you could have insomnia? Well, thinking of insomnia, most people think of the tossing and the turning and staring at the ceiling in bed for hours at a time, just like we see in the movies. But the definition of insomnia is actually much broader, and we spoke with a certified clinical nutritionist, chiropractor, and functional medicine practitioner to learn all about it. Here's today's Health Check segment.
I want to talk to you today about insomnia. There's nothing worse than being exhausted and then not getting a great night's sleep. So whether it's trouble falling asleep or staying asleep, or feeling like, well, I think I was asleep, but you wake up feeling exhausted, you're clearly not rested, all of these define insomnia. So what we do here at Root Cause Medical Clinic is just that, get to the root cause of why you're not sleeping well. It's been proven out irrefutably at this point that sleeping pills are dangerous, so you do want to stay away from them. And of course, they're not getting to the root cause of why you're not sleeping. So some of the things we look at is number one is always what you're putting in your mouth. So are you putting in good, real food that's keeping your blood sugar nice and stable? throughout the day and night, or maybe you're eating foods you're sensitive to, or non-foods that are acting more like a toxin or a stressor to your system. Because during the day, we eat, right? But then you go to bed, and ideally, at least 2 to 3 hours before bed, you're not eating anything. And then you've got hopefully a good 8 hours. So now that's a good stretch of the day that you're not eating anything. And your body is designed to slow your metabolism at night. So it doesn't wake you up and say, hey, isn't it time for a meal? You know, that does not happen if blood sugar is stable. But I definitely run into patients who say, I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm starving, and it's awoken me. It's awakened me out of sleep, and I have to eat something, or I feel like I have to eat something. So number one, we absolutely have to stabilize what you're eating and ensure it's turning into good, stable fuel throughout the day and night.
Again, the effects of insomnia can be reduced and, in most cases, stopped completely. Remember to visit rootcausemedicalclinics.com for more information. All right, and that's all of our time for now. We want to thank you again so much for joining us, and be sure to tune in again next time, because we'll be showing you how the team at South Texas Health System is keeping everyone healthy and informed when it comes to breast cancer awareness. We'll also talk about National Grief Awareness and how we can cope, plus so much more. Now, don't forget to follow our team on social media for exclusive behind-the-scenes sneak peeks at what we're filming for the show. And of course, you can always visit valleycentral.com to rewatch some of today's segments. We've got all of that and so much more next time on Valley por Vida. We'll see you then.